All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Show. It's just after 4 o'clock in the New York metropolitan area. My name is Lutz Nort, and welcome to the pregame show. No, not that pregame show, ours. My 7th year of doing this. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? All right. You know the drill. Number to call is 512-543-4662. Once again, 512-543-4662. And we'll be here just prior to 6 o'clock when Rizal McGee takes over his fine show. Don't forget, you can look us up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in the Enhanced Sports Show, and you'll see the show. You'll hear the show in its entirety. By the way, we have a lot to cover today, so comments, of course, are welcome, but please keep it brief and to the point so I can get through as much as I possibly can. All right, so let's bring everybody in. All right, Steve Davidson, are you there? All right, Mike. Steve Kent. And Diane. There we go. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow's the day everybody's been waiting for. Super Bowl 58 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. This should be a doozy. I don't expect this to be a one-sided game, in a blowout. And I don't expect this to be one of those lowest scoring games, say what we had back in, 2018 or whatever that was. I mean, that game was just a complete joke. 13-3. That felt more like a Little League baseball game or whatever. So I'm not expecting any of that. I expect this to be a good, solid, in-your-face game. Maybe a little bit on the defensive side, but a close game throughout. And I've been baffling all week to find out who's going to win. You know, the amazing thing is that when the sports betting sites came out last week, the 49ers were favored by 7 points, but that has been dwindling down every day. Is down to 2, and I think even before this broadcast is over, it might be down to 1. I mean, but I'm not really surprised by that too much. I mean, considering how these teams, I think, are both evenly matched and whatnot. So this doesn't really shock me at all. It's been down, and this game can go either way. Back and forth all week. And nobody's unanimous either. Half the people I know have taken the Chiefs. Half the people I know are taking the 49ers. I'm not going to say who I'm taking yet. But this is exactly what I think was going to be the game I'm looking for. Probably going to be one of the best Super Bowls we've had in a long time. Or to say maybe from the Falcons against the Patriots trying to be a good game towards the end of the game and into overtime. So it may be one of those games because I'm not seeing a one-sided game here. Not with these two teams. Even though these two teams don't know each other, I think as far as the quarterback situation goes, it's going to be fairly even, and the one who's got the best weapons is going to win on that. So that's all. I'll take on that. I'll start with Steve Davidson. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow, and what are the keys to winning the game tomorrow? Right. So you're saying they have more weapons on defense to win this game than the Chiefs. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Steve Kent, your thoughts on who's going to win, and what does your team need to do to win? Mm. Yeah. Speak up a little bit, Steve. Speak up a little bit. It's a little bit fading. Yeah, a little bit. Those are my headphones. Yes. Yep. Right. Mhm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because injury is key, and I think that injury to Tooney, I think it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the Chiefs a lot. Well, I shouldn't say too much, but it's gonna hurt them because injury is key. And people, especially in a magnitude game like this, and you're gonna need all the weapons you can get, like Steve said, because that the 49ers defense seems to be stronger than the Chiefs, right, Steve? Yeah, because that's what you're definitely gonna need, especially a game like this. Because remember, this is it, guys. This is the last NFL game of the year. Or to put in the words of Carl Weathers, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Sorry. Oh boy, he played Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies. That was left over from last week, guys. Sorry, I had to do it, but you get the general idea. Mike, who do you think will win, and what does your team need? Defense, okay. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if everybody agrees with that, but okay, I'll buy it. All right. Diane. Okay. Any particular reason? Okay, what do they need? What do the Chiefs need? What do you think? Yeah, but I think what we're trying to say, the 49ers defense is a little bit better. Well, we'll see. All right, is this Greg or Kayla on the line? It's Kayla. Hi. All right. Well, I guess you do know that the Super Bowl is tomorrow between the Chiefs and the 49ers. So, all right, Greg. Okay, Greg, who do you gonna take? We have the Chiefs and the 49ers. Go easy on her, guys. Go easy on her. The Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Well, we've been taking notes. A lot of people are saying, yeah. Hang on a second, Alan. No, hold it. We Yeah, but we're doing the Super Bowl now, Greg. Greg, hold it, Greg. We're now. Who do you think will win tomorrow's Super Bowl, and what does your team need to win? Either one can answer. I don't care. Who do you think will win, and what does your team need to win? Say if you're going to take Kansas City, what does Kansas City need to win? Yeah, yeah, yes, that's true. Yes, Andy Reid is still yes, Andy Reid is. Yes. Yeah, okay. Alan? Alan, your thoughts? Mhm. Yeah. Alan, are you surprised though? But well, we discussed this personally before, but you're not surprised at how the leaders shrink down from like being from a 7 point favorite down to a 2 point favorite and could probably even go lower. But you're not surprised by that, like you said, correct? No. Yeah, it should be. Anyone else have any thoughts of how low the spread is? Anybody else? No. Yeah. Mhm. No, but like I was saying, how the spread, the 49ers were up by 7 by last Sunday. Now it's already dropped down to 2. So I was wondering if you were surprised about that. Yeah. Yeah. At last check, 2. Could go even lower than that. Yeah. So, okay, I'll buy that. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I thought maybe 7 was a little bit too high, to be honest with you, especially if I think we're thinking it's going to be a very close game. So I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to 1 uh, between now and this time tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. And I figured this was going to be a split vote between the Chiefs. Let me finish the question first. I wouldn't be surprised, because these two teams, they're fairly even. I don't expect this to be, one side at all. So we'll have to wait and see. So we got about 25 hours and counting before kickoff. Okay, next question. All right, this involves the Players Awards. Now let's see if everybody agrees with the winners here. Okay, for most valuable player, well, this shouldn't come as a surprise, of course. Quarterback of the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Duh, of course. Named the 2023 NFL MVP, earning the award for the second straight time in his career, and the 11th player in NFL history to win multiple MVP awards. Lamar Jackson got 49 out of 50 first place votes, just missed being unanimous, which I'm not surprised at all. Uh, the only other person that got any votes at all was with one vote, and Diana, I don't know how you can react to this or not, but Josh Allen got the only other vote. I'm sorry, one vote, and that means that the other three, Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy, who plays for the 49ers, got Zippo first place votes. That's right, nothing. But if you look at second place votes, there was a tie between Christian McCaffrey and Dak Prescott. Okay, I'll buy that. And Jackson Cat had a overall point lead of 493 points. Not even close. Prescott was second with 152. McCaffrey got 147. Brock got 97, and Josh Allen 80. Okay. So, any comments on the MVP? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, you can't deny Jackson's numbers this year, even though that the expectations came up short to win the Super Bowl, and it's probably going to try to shut the critics up. But that didn't happen. I mean, he faltered at the postseason. But still, I think it was well deserved, and I don't think anybody in the right mind was that he was not going to be picked. I think we knew all along that Jackson was going to win by a considerable margin. I didn't think it was going to be 49-50 votes. I mean, maybe there'd been a little bit more leeway, saying he like about not like 40 or 50, but I didn't think it was going to be this big. But to each his own. What can I say? But that's how it worked. Anyone else? Anyone else have any thoughts? Yeah. A slam dunk. I thought we were talking football, not basketball. Yeah. Go ahead. Yes. Ooh, that's an old timer. Like that. Your time guy. Seriously. Yes. That was my next question, actually. My next question. Okay, will Taylor Swift show up at the game tomorrow? And if she does, how many times will she be on camera? Anybody can answer. This is a freebie here, but one at a time. Anybody can answer. Nate? All right. Uh, she's on her way now from Japan, actually. Uh, 4. Yeah. All right, Diane. How many times will she be on camera? Can you give me a round number? Wow. That's overexposure. All right. Anybody else before I move on? I'll say, I agree with you. Wait. Yeah. All right. One at a time, people. Okay. Yeah. I'll say 8. I'll go with that. All right. On to back to more serious stuff now. All right. Back to the back to the season awards here. Oh no, not again. Uh where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Offensive Player of the Year. That went to Christian McCaffrey, named the 2023 Offensive Player of the Year. McCaffrey is the 49ers' first Offensive Player of the Year since Jerry Rice. What a surprise. He'll have a chance to join Rice as Super Bowl champion tomorrow. So the voting went like this: McCaffrey, 39 first place votes. Tyreek Hill with 7. Ouch. CD Lamb, 1. Lamar Jackson, 3. Dak Prescott, Zippo. Okay, thanks a lot. All right. Again, not really much of a surprise here. I thought McCaffrey, was great on offense. Even though despite of course, well, he's going to play in the tomorrow. So it's another good reason why I think it's going to be a fairly tight game here. Oh, before I move on, just a little thing on Jackson here. Um, in 2019, he did receive all 50 votes and joined Tom Brady as the only other players to do that. The only thing is, though, that Jackson has not won a Super Bowl, and well, the other. Well, hold on a second. He's the youngest one back-to-back MVP since the merger in 1970. The only other first place vote went to Josh Allen. Jackson, who lost to Mahomes in the championship game, is the ninth player to win multiple MVPs in the Super Bowl era. The others are Peyton Manning with 5, Aaron Rodgers with 4, and Tom Brady with 4, Brett Favre with 3, Mahomes, Montana, and Steve Young with 2. Jackson won the award in 2018 when he led the league with 36 touchdown passes and set the single season rushing record of 1,206 yards. Okay, just to go on that. All right, so for this one is the offensive player of the year. Ooh. Well, all right. So no, no. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So are there any surprise in this category? Anybody? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, no one even comes close, I don't think. Tyreek Hill led second place with 32 votes. So yeah. So that's another reason why I think the 49ers might have a slight edge here. All right. We had offense. Now defensive player of the year. That went to Myles Garrett. Uh, Garrett, the 2017 first round pick, is a first time defensive player of the year and the first defensive player year in Browns history. How about that? The race was exceptionally close as Steelers offensive linebacker JT Watt finished with only four place votes than in Garrett. Is that the sound of Gerald? Hey, no more laryngitis. Good. Good. I came close to that one time though. Okay, so in defense of the year honors, Garrett has first with 23. TJ Watt a close second at 19. Not bad. Minka Parsons 7. Daron Bland with 1, and Max Crosby El Zippo. Although Parsons got 16 second place votes. All right, guys. So any surprises here on defensive player of the year? All the way, huh? All right. Gerald, since you just came in, your thoughts on some of these players' awards here, if you've been listening. Lamar Jackson won Most Valuable Player of the Year. What a shock. Christian McCaffrey got Offensive Player of the Year. And we just announced the Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Ooh. Wow. Oh, boy. I knew he was going to do it. I knew it. Yeah. Okay. I went on TJ Watt myself. But anybody else have any thoughts on Defensive Player of the Year? Was Garrett the right choice? My money's on. Anybody have any thoughts? Should have went to Watt, or was Garrett the right choice? Anyone can answer. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. All right. Anything further? Well, he ain't no beauty, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, yeah. Womp womp. Thank you. And remember, people, I do my own jokes. They're not scripted. All right. Rookie of the year. Oh, what a shock. I said from the beginning, and I was right. CJ Stroud. Of the Houston Texans. Yeah, yeah. Too bad didn't go to Dallas Cowboy, but yeah. CJ Stroud, 48 first place votes. Puka Nunca got the other two. Laporta, Gibbs, and Robinson, nothing. Yeah. I said from the beginning that CJ Stroud's gonna be the rookie of the year. I was right. No surprise there at all. Case closed. Ah, that's right. Well, I should say that was offense. Mhm. Right. Well, that's offensive rookie of the year. Now we got defensive rookie of the year. That went to the Texans defensive end Will Anderson Jr. Anderson and yeah, Anderson Stroud swept rookie of the year awards. Anderson becomes the third Texan to earn defensive rookie of the year, joining Brian Cushing and DeMarco Ryans. Okay, this was another close race as Anderson received only two more first place votes than both Jalen Carter and Kobe Turner. Okay, Anderson, right, right. No, I know, I know. Okay, so Anderson, 16 points. Jalen Carter and Kobe Turner, 14 points. Hey, that was close. Devin Witherspoon, 4 points. And Joey Porter Jr., one. Yeah. All right, comeback player of the year. This one I thought maybe, I don't really know. Uh, comeback player of the year. Now, hold on. This is a little bit strange. Follow me along with this, guys, carefully. Browns quarterback Joe Flacco was named 2023 MVP Comeback Player of the Year. This was a wild result as Bill safety DeMar Hamlin received 8 more first place votes, but didn't get much support outside of that. Hamlin only played in 17 defensive snaps in 2023, so opinions were mixed despite his remarkable return from a cardiac arrest. I don't know. I don't know if this should be right. I think DeMar Hamlin deserves Comeback Player of the Year after what he went through and coming back in. Flacco, I mean, Flacco, yeah, he'd be his second, no doubt about it. But something is definitely wrong here. I mean, Hamlin got the first place votes anyway, but yet they gave it to Flacco. That doesn't make any sense at all. I think they got to do a little bit more research on this. I believe that I think everybody here believes me on this in this group that Hamlin does deserve to be comeback player of the year. Yes. Yeah. All right, Flacco. Okay, so it should be Hamlin first with 21 votes because he got first place votes. Flacco should be second. Mayfield should be third. I think Mayfield should be third anyway. Tua Tagliabue got four, and Matthew Stafford one. One. Yeah. If you ask me, Baker Mayfield doesn't deserve to be third at all. Yeah. Yeah. After we read this, we'll do NASCAR. That'll be your take. Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Yes. I had to agree with the group here. Right. And Washington. Yes. All right, moving on. Coach of the year. That went to Kevin Stefanski, who was named the NFL Coach of the Year. This is Stefanski's second Coach of the Year award, making him the 13th coach in NFL history to win multiple times. All right. He's an NFL coach. Yep. Yeah. The result was a tie. One at a time, guys. Yeah. All right. So the result was a tie. Stefanski and DeMarco Reyes both finished with 165 points added to the voting, but Stefanski received one more first place vote over DeMarco Ryans. So Stefanski got 20. And you guys want to take that one? Kevin Stefanski, Houston, Texas. Yes. Stefanski got 21 points. Correct. Yes. Stefanski got 20. Ryans got 20. Dan Campbell and Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers, got 3, and Harbaugh got 2. That could have went either way, I think. I think, Stefanski did win, but, by the slightest margin. So I'm gonna go with that. But that was not an easy decision to make. Believe me, that wasn't easy. Walter Payton, Man of the Year. Steelers defensive end Cameron Hayward was named the Walter Payton Man of the Year. The prestigious honor comes after Hayward's 13th season with the Steelers, honoring Hayward for his work helping children in the Pittsburgh community. So, that's and there was nobody else. That's only down to one person. So we'll leave it at that. But that's a very distinctive honor. Uh, all right. The Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award that went to Seahawks linebacker Bobby Wagner, who won the Art Rooney Sportsmanship after his 12th NFL season. Celebration of the year. Oh, come on, really? All right, guys, you're gonna love this one. Quarterback Tommy DeVito of the Giants won Celebration of the Year for his Italian-inspired celebrations during his run with the Giants. Okay, I'll give you. Okay. We'll agree with that. Moment of the Year, CeeDee Lamb's 91 touchdown reception from Dak Prescott from the Cowboys Week 17 win over the Lions. Oh yeah, no question about that. So do I. Okay, all right, Gerald, your turn. I was gonna say Brandon Chastain for the World Cup. All right, Joe, go ahead with your NASCAR report. Um, you forgot something. You forgot something. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Okay. All right, go on. Yeah. Now, Gerald, there was a race in Los Angeles last week, but that doesn't count as the season starting. Hmm. I didn't know they had preseason in August. Okay. Okay, I understand now. Yes. 3 days. Oh, that's gonna be a mess. Oh, I hope not. I mean, you wait for this whole year. It's the first real big race of the year when you're gonna have it rained out. I don't like that at all. Great. Mm, yes. Well, wait a minute. But Is it going to be like consistent rain all the way through, or is it going to be have to hold it off and maybe it can start later? I thought so. Uh, right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Knowing. Right. Right. I've seen it too. Yes. Mm, yes. That has happened before. Yes. Right. Okay. Um. Yeah. Yes, it could. Mm, yeah. Right. Two parts. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we'll move on. Oh, and before I go on anything else, Steve, you got anything in UFC news? Go. Uh-huh. All right. Diane, your trivia. Go ahead. She will. Go. Have you got to die? UCLA. UCLA. Nope. Nope. Yep. Remember, guys, they had a 9-year winning streak. I wouldn't. The great. Best. Lived to be 100 years old. I think it's Wilson. Wow. Oh, Spalding. Yeah. Or I can put it in on my Tom Hanks version. Wilson. No. Okay, we got the New York guy back this time around. For the record, would you state your name, please? And can you come in a little clearer this time? Pardon me again? Okay. Nice to have you back. All right. Go on, Dr. Yes. NBA. Red, white, blue. Like I said, red and blue. Yep. All right. Go ahead. But make it, gotta make it short. Mm. Yes. No. I give up. Bill Walton? John. Oh, okay. All right. That's true. Bill Walton is a wacko. Bill Walton is a wacko. That's for sure. Okay, guys. So, yeah. Yes. Oh, great. What a shock. Oh, boy. All right. Well, before I go into anything else, I'll just finish up the NFL news here because we had the Hall of Fame inductees that were announced. In the lead up to the official announcement at the 2024 NFL Honors, a trio of players were reported to be headed to the Hall of Fame. Ex-Bears Steve McMichael, Devin Hester, and Julius Peppers, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. McNeil gets in as a student inductee, while Hester and Peppers fall into the modern era category. And Peppers was told by his sister, "I'm a Pepper." Oh, okay. Which would be a Pepper too? No. All right. Okay. So here's the list of the first the modern era players. Dwight Freeney, defensive end and offensive linebacker from 2002 to 2017. Devin Hester, uh, kicker, wide receiver, and I think place kicker. Andre Johnson, wide receiver. Julius Peppers, defensive end. Patrick Willis, linebacker. Seniors that played more than 25 years ago. Steve McNichol from 1980 to 1994. Randy Gashire, linebacker from 74 to 83. Oh, yeah. Forgot about him. All right. There were no coaches or contributors elected to the Hall of Fame class this year. That's a shame. The Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists were Eric Allen, Jared Allen, no relation, William Anderson, Jari Evans, Antonio Gates, Rodney Harrison, Tony Halt, Reggie Wayne, Darren Woodson. They were finalists, but not good enough to get in this year. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Not good. Excuse me, guys. I have to X this out. True. True. Yeah. I think he did make it. Yeah. Time ago. All right. So now we're going to switch gears to basketball because the NBA trade deadline just happened 2 days ago. So we're going to run this list and see if we all agree here. All right. Now we're not going to do every pick from the whole trade deadline because that would take forever. So we're going to go from say yesterday on, so it doesn't take up the whole show. All right, so you guys ready? All right, well, first up, we'll start from yesterday because this came in just a short time ago. Spencer Dinwiddie, was in attendance for last night's game between the Lakers and the Pelicans. Dinwiddie was not in uniform, but rather sitting next to Lakers Vice President of Operations Rob Pelinka. The recruiting chip seemed to work, according to The Athletic. Dinwiddie will sign with the Lakers once he clears waivers. LA was not his only stop this week, as he was traded from the Raptors to the Nets, and was later waived. He also met his former team, the Dallas Mavericks, as they played the Knicks at the Garden on Wednesday, which the Mavericks won, stopping the Knicks' 9-game winning streak. Thanks a lot. There were no trades made with the Lakers before the deadline, as they fall to ninth in the West, now at 27 and 26. They might still make it, though. I think they have a good chance to make the postseason, despite their only one game above 500. All right, so moving on to this list. If I can get back here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem, because they're a lot better than I think what most people think. Here we go. All right, so the Suns get forward Royce O'Neal and forward David Roddy. That's with 2 Ds. The Brooklyn Nets get guard Jordan Goodwin and forward Keita Bates Diop, and 3 second-round picks, two coming from the Grizzly Bears. The Grizzlies get forward Utah Wantebe and forward Chismes Metu. Sorry if I messed these names up, people. The Pacers acquired Corey Joseph from the Warriors. The Pacers get Joseph, and the Warriors get a second-round pick to be named later. The Portland Trailblazers get guard Delano Batten. The Boston Celtics get a heavily promoted second-round pick, a heavy protected second-round pick to be named later. The Sixers and the guards and the Celtics made a trade. The Celtics will get guard Jaden Springer, Jerry Springer's fourth cousin, and the Sixers will get a second-round pick to be named later. The Kings land center Robin Lopez from the Bucks, and the Bucks will get cash considerations, draft rights to Demetrios Agaventis. The Spurs get forward Doug McDermott, and the Spurs will get a 2029 second-round pick by way of the Clippers, and forward Marcus Morris. The Bucks land guard Patrick Beverley, and the 76ers get guard Cameron Payne, who could be a pain. The Mavericks require forward P.J. Washington, and the Hornets get forward Grant Williams and guard Seth Curry, and a 2027 first-round pick. Yes, Seth Curry and Stephon are brothers. In case some of you didn't know that. Right, Di? Ooh, take care of that cough, guys. All right. The Raptors get guard Spencer Dinwiddie, and the Nets get Dennis Schroeder and forward Thaddeus Young. Hey guys, what do you make of that with the Nets getting Schroeder and Young? Mike. Yeah. Mike, what are your thoughts? All right. All right. Turn that down, whatever it is. All right, thank you. All right, now the Knicks also have some trades as well. I mean, well, naturally, of course. No, don't. No. It's not all bad. All right, the Knicks get forward Bojan Bogdanovic. I like that. And guard Alex Burks by the Pistons, and connect for a 6-player deal. As for the Pistons, who need all the help they can get, they get guard Evan Fournier, Mikal Flynn, Quentin Grimes, and Ryan Arcodio, and 2 second-round picks. I mean, the Pistons can get all they can get because they're, of course, the worst team in the league. And, they need everything they can get. So I think, getting Bogdanovich, I think, is going to be a big asset to the Knicks. And when out Burks, I would think I'd agree with that too. All right, let me ask my local crew. Mike, your thoughts on the Knicks Pistons trade? I like the pick for I like Bogdanovich. I like Bogdanovich. Greg? Yes. James, how are you? Okay, we're going over the NBA trades because the deadline just happened on Thursday. But let me get your take though first on the game tomorrow. Who do you have, and what's it going to take for your team to win between the Niners and Chiefs tomorrow? Who's going to win, and what are the keys to success? I think you say that. All right. Oh, Gerald, this one concerns you and Steve. Listen carefully. The Mavericks and Wizards swap their big men. The Mavericks get center Daniel Gafford, while the Wizards get center Rich Holmes and a draft compensation. All right, gentlemen, your thoughts. Right, true, true. Right. Gerald, your thoughts on Gafford? Yeah, he's a center. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, Luka needs help. All right. The blunder, I mean the Thunder. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. No, he's not. Ah, right. Or, yeah, that's right. Yeah, what have your team done? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Don't try to kill each other here. Yes. Thank you. That is a good thing. You're right. They do. Yeah. I'll leave that one alone. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on. The Thunder claim Gordon Hayward, that's a forward. The Hornets get guard Trey Mann, guard Valesic Mintic, and forward Davis Bartas. Any thoughts? Bertans. Any thoughts on the Thunder and Hornets? Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. Okay. Sixers trade House and they duck the luxury tax as they get forward Daniel House Jr. 2024 second round picks by way of the Knicks, and the Sixers will get somebody later. Moving on, the Sixers also get guard Buddy Hield from the Indiana Pacers, for Marcus Morris Sr. and guard Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second round picks. Any Phillies or Pacers fans in the crowd? I can't stand the Pacers. Uh-huh. All right. I'll take that. All right, moving on. I think we had one more. Oh yeah, for this week that is. Okay, the Raptors nab Kelly Olynyk, a center from the Jazz, and guard Ochi Agabari. The Jazz get Otto Porter Jr. and Kyra Lewis Jr. A 2024 first round pick, least favorable to the Thunder, Clippers, and Rockets. If the 15 and 30 and Utah Jazz 11-30. Oh wow, that's ugly. Yeah. The Raptors aren't as good as they used to be either. Yeah. The Knicks are in a little bit of a tailspin. In January, now they're starting to fall back a bit, so they have to get their act together. Yeah. Gotta do better. Gotta do a lot better than this. Uh, right now, for you Capitals and Bruins fans, we got a defensive game here as the Capitals lead the Bruins 1-0 midway through the second period. Just in case you were wondering. I'm keeping my eye on this, of course, because my Rangers, now they won 4 in a row, last 2 by overtime. So I'm keeping my eye on the Eastern Conference very carefully, as you can tell. Just a few more notes here. The Minnesota Timberwolves get guard Monty Morris. The Pistons get guard Shake Milton and forward Troy Brown Jr. and a 2030 second round pick. Okay. And I think we got a few more here. Yeah, we'll only go up to here. Okay. The Celtics get forward Xavier Tillman. The Grizzlies get forward Lamar Stevens, a 2027 second round pick by way of Atlanta, and a 32nd round pick by way of the Mavericks. And finally, the Pistons get forward Simone Archino, and the Jazz get forward Kevin Knox Jr., 2024 second round pick, and draft rights to Gabri Pronchuta. Okay. All right. So that concludes the NBA. The NBA trade deadline. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the next portion of the program here. I do have something. I did have something interesting, and I think you guys might be interesting too. The World Cup venues got announced last week. Guess who's got the final match? Guess who's got the final match, guys? No. I mean, guess where it's going to be played at? You got a Giant Stadium in August 2026. They announced the final. Well, that was the second choice, Gerald. That was the second choice. But the Giant Stadium won out when the announcement was made last Sunday. There'll be 15 matches played on U.S. soil. There's be a few in Canada and a few in Mexico, but the United States mostly will have the venues. We did play in the World Cup final back in 1994, but it wasn't the final. That was, I think, more like I think it was a quarterfinal matchup, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so here's how it goes down. The venues were announced on Sunday and will begin in Mexico City and will include right here in the Garden State. The U.S. national team will play twice in Los Angeles and Seattle. The semifinals we play in Dallas and Atlanta. So don't worry, Joe, you're not left out. And 104 matches played on U.S. soil. So we got that. Go ahead. Uh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear about that. So, continuing on with this article here, because I found this very interesting. Um, 16 of the 16 North American series, 11 in the US, 3 in Canada, and 2 in Mexico. Learn the dates and magnitude of the games they will host. As New York celebrated, as New York celebrated the final and the crown jewel, the planet's most watched sporting event, an unparalleled showpiece, and the reasons why the big announcement was so much anticipated. After months of lobbying, MetLife beat out AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the final. Sorry, Gerald. I wish I had better, but at least you're gonna still gonna play, in that stadium. No. So let me ask my local crew here, Mike. What do you think of the Meadowlands getting the final for the World Cup in 2026? 2026 for the World Cup. Yeah. Um, Let me see. Diane, your thoughts? Even though you don't follow soccer much, but it's got to be, quite interesting. Di, your thoughts? I guess she doesn't have any thoughts. All right, Greg, your thoughts on the 2026 World Cup final coming to the Meadowlands? Right. Yeah. Okay, Diane, your thoughts now. Yeah. Yeah. Kayla, you have any thoughts? I mean, you have played soccer, right? Mm. That's a possibility. No. Uh huh. All right. Well, I think it's a great honor to be playing in the city. We don't get a lot of really major big sporting events, but this got put. I think U.S. soccer, on the map, especially if we can win. I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna go all the way to the final, but it'd be great if we did and put U.S. men's soccer on the map, which it so much deserves because we have waited so long for that. And this is a stepping stone, I think, for men's U.S. soccer. They're gonna be playing the Meadowlands, yeah. They do. Yeah, one at a time, guys. I can only answer one question at a time. Let's go ahead, Greg. Yeah, they're gonna be well, they do consider it New York City. I mean, because New Jersey's just a backdrop. Yes. Right, right. Yeah, never. Oh, it's a beautiful stadium. You guys see it sometime. I've seen it. Yeah. The newly named stadium, but the Meadowlands. But of course, one reason why that the Devils moved out because they want to play in a swamp. Yeah, because basically that's what it was known as a swamp. All right, so that's gonna be quite an honor to play. All right, so move on. I forgot to cover something last week, but I'll do it now. Um, well, I know that we need a chance pretty much to watch the tournament, the Australian Open, but the finals was last week for the men's. Yannick Sinner pulled off a remarkable comeback against Daniel Medvedev in 5 sets to the Australian Open, his first major title. A fourth seeded Sinner, who only lost one set coming into the deciding match, appeared destined to lose in straight sets as Medvedev blasted his way through the first 2 sets with no problem at all. But the Italian found his way mid through the final and prevailed in a battle that endurance that lasted well over 3.5 hours. It was his first career major event for Sinner and an unwanted record for Medvedev, who became the first person in Grand Slam history to lose multiple finals after winning the first 2 sets. Medvedev also squandered a 2 set advantage against Rafael Nadal in Melbourne back in 2022. Okay. And he's the first Italian to win in quite some time. So congratulations on that. Uh, the nerves do not think the display. Go ahead, Galen. Right. Yeah. Right. Sure. I believe he did. Yes. Welcome, Alex. Alex. Yeah. All right. So we take care of that. So let's just finish up this article here. And we'll move on to other things because I was about to say, if I can. Ah, here we are. So anyway, to he is the first Italian to um, win the Australian Open in a very long time. And so congratulations on that. And I think yeah, it's a well displayed. So let me guys ask you a question. With the Super Bowl tomorrow, do you guys do anything like to make it more festive? Do you do anything special to celebrate the Super Bowl or not? Now, Mike and Diane, I know what their answer already is because first of all, they're regulars on the show and they know me personally, so I'll hold off on them. Uh, Steve, what do you do to celebrate Super Bowl Sunday? Okay. Ha ha ha. I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. Gerald, what do you do? Gerald, what do you do? Mm. All right. Um, Anybody else can answer? Okay. Okay, good. All right. Alex, what about you? Yeah. I'll be with Mike and Diane tomorrow as well. Yeah. I'll be with Mike. Right, right. I'll be with Mike and Diane tomorrow as we celebrate together. Okay. So moving on. The Maple Leafs. Yeah. I'll be with Mike and Diane tomorrow. We're celebrating together with a few friends of ours at his apartment. Yeah, we've known each other. Okay. Moving on to hockey now. The Maple Leafs made their hometown fans proud and was capped off by an MVP performance by none other than Austin Matthews. League's top scorer stole the show at the All Star 3-on-3 tournament as Team Matthews beat Team McDavid 7-4. Three of Matthews' teammates, Mitch Banner, Morgan Riley, and William Nylander, were all part of the Team Matthews that contributed to the victory. Well, congratulations on that. Turned out to be a pretty good game, actually, and two of the three games actually ended up in shootouts. The Winnipeg Jets had traded for Montreal center Sean Monahan and fills a vital hole in the lineup. Montreal acquired a 2024 first round pick, a 2027 second round pick, and a third round pick from the Jets. Not those Jets, guys, the other Jets. Monahan is an unrestricted free agent, a former center with the Calgary Flames. He turned his career around during his 2 years of Montreal, 13 goals and 29 assists in 49 total games. The Jets have been searching for a center behind Mark Sheffley after trading Pierre-Luc Dubois to the Kings in the offseason. And an NHL source confirmed the Jets were in pursuit of Elias Lindholm before being outbid by the Canucks last Wednesday. As the because before you know it, the NHL trade deadline will be approaching too, but that's next month. All right. Last week, Doc Rivers won his first game as coach of the Bucks and won in dramatic fashion after coming back down from 25 points to beat the Mavericks. I think no one panicked during the comeback. I think it was big panic, and we just hung in there throughout the game, which is what you should do because if you panic, you're not going to win anyway. The Greek Freak scored 48 points on 20 for 28 shooting and handled 10 assists, while Damian Lillard, or Lizard as the case may be, scored 30 on 10 of 11 shooting, including a dagger three-pointer, fading away into the Bucks bench from the corner to go up by 12 with 2 minutes left. I was trying to be aggressive, said the Greek Freak of his performance. There's a game that is not open for me. It's hard for me. But there are games where I can make those shots easily, and that was just happening to be one of those games in general. Chris Middleton at 13 points and 8 assists. Bobby Portis at 12 points and 10 rebounds. At that point, the Bucks were 33-16. At that point, and the NBA All Star Game is a week from tomorrow. Should be interesting. Bulls guard Zach LaVine will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a left foot injury, and will be undergoing and has undergone surgery as we speak right now. According to the Bulls, LaVine and his agency at Clutch Sports elected to have the procedure after seeking other medical options. LaVine suffered the ankle injury last month and missed the Bulls' last 6 games. He missed over a month with a sore right foot injury earlier in the season. Boy, when it rains, it pours, guys. LaVine, who was averaging 19.5 points per game this season, was one of the biggest names on the trade market ahead of the deadline, which ended on Thursday. Okay. Oh, by the way, And NHL Executive Director Marty Walsh said the Coyotes should relocate if there's not a suitable arena in place by the end of this year. Because let me tell you something, guys, that arena they play in somewhere in Arizona is a dump. It is a dumpster fire of an arena. If there's no plan in Arizona by year's end, I would certainly encourage a move to another location. Walsh said at last week's All-Star game. I think it feels that Arizona is a good market for hockey. I can understand that the issue with the players is how long are you going to have to wait until you get a new home. They're playing in a college arena, and they're the second tenant in that arena, and that is not a smart way to run a business. I agree. The Coyotes called Glendale home from 2003 to 2022, but the city of Glendale decided not to renew their lease. So that's where the trouble began. The Coyotes are playing their second season in the Mullet Arena, a dumpster fire, if I ever saw one, that only holds 5,000 seats on the campus of ASU. It was a short-term solution while owner Alex Willow sought to build a $2.1 billion stadium entertainment district in Tempe on a landfill owned by the city. But the plan was rejected by voters of a special election last May, which said the Coyotes scrambling for other venues to play. Walsh said the Coyotes players would support an abrupt relocation after this season. Walsh said these players want to play in an NHL arena. I can't believe Walsh blasted the team for not working with the players union since he took over last season. Walsh said he's very disappointed the ownership that Arizona and the president of Arizona. We have a team that does not seem to be interested in holding a conversation with the union who represents the players on the team, he said. Commissioner Gary Bettman says he will address the issue with the Coyotes over the next few weeks, while Morello is focused on a piece of property. Yeah. So this doesn't look good right now for the Coyotes. I mean, they do play in a dump area, whatnot. And I think, if they can move to like maybe the Phoenix area, which is rumored to be, I think it's going to be a much better outcome for this team because right now they don't get any support. Not that great anyway, but I think they do need to go somewhere else, and play to get more support, especially like a big city area, because this is not fair to the fans or the players of the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, anybody thoughts on that? Yeah, we did, but I'll take your pick. Yeah. Well, just remember one thing: if you rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Oh, okay. Hello, hello there. Different song, die. I'll explain later. Remember, guys, she wasn't around 1974. I was. Oh, I'm showing my age now. All right. So, any thoughts on the Coyotes' problems with their arena? And what do you do with them? The Arizona Coyotes. I happen to agree with that, but it hasn't been easy. Yeah. I mean, we get less than 5,000 people at the game. I mean, what kind of support is that? That's hardly anything. So I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, that's too tough for them. All right, so I think I got some. I think I got some baseball news here. Yeah, I think I do have some baseball news I want to mention. So just give me a second here. Oh, one more note here. University of Michigan is planning to hire former New York Giants defense coordinators, Wink Martindale, as their defensive coordinator, source ESPN. The original plan was that Martindale would return to be hosting game shows, but turned that down. Oh boy, the deal has yet to be made official, but there should be no hurdles to clear at this point. I was making a joke before, guys. You missed it. The Giants and Martindale parted ways last month. The defense under Martindale has ups and downs, finishing 27th overall, but was first in turnovers created and was easily the best team's unit. The team's best unit, I should say. ESPN had the Giants defense ranked 17th overall. The Giants offense was ranked 30th, special teams 25th, and finished 11. And we're hoping to be repeating from last season when they made the postseason. Not good here. Michigan will replace Jesse Minter as their defensive coordinator and heads to LA to become the Chargers defensive coordinator and reunite him with Jim Harbaugh. Minter helped Michigan to their first title in 2015 and second Big Ten titles. I think I got. I think I got. So, so all right. So, any thoughts on the Giants with their new coordinator? I mean, Michigan rather, or maybe not. All right, I'll move on. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to mention. Now, you guys have heard me mention a women's basketball player by the name of Caitlin Clark over the past few weeks. And tomorrow, we might be seeing history as she attempts to break the all time women's scoring basketball record. She needs 39 points to do it in. She's going up against Indiana tomorrow, and that game is going to be a nationally televised game on Fox before the Super Bowl. So don't worry about missing the Super Bowl because you're not. So, is it going to be a possibility that she could break the record tomorrow? If there's any women's college basketball fans out there, please state your case now. Yeah, yeah, she no. She needs 39 points. It's doable. I mean, she has 11 games with 40. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she has 11 games of 40 points this season, and has done great. She has led scoring out the whole year except Thursday night's game. It's got to be a little difficult to do, but I think if she can get going early, I think she's going to have it. Or if not, they'll have to wait till like the next game. 39 points might be a little bit difficult to do, and especially on all this pressure, with the nationally televised game tomorrow. So, but it's worthy of keeping your eye on because I know I will before tomorrow's Super Bowl. Because, like I said, this is going to be history. So any thoughts on Clark? Anybody? How about you, Q? You follow women's basketball. I think you follow women's nothing. Nothing. But they did say that, yeah, yeah. Smart move. Smart move. Yeah. Yes. Not bad. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Gotta move. Gotta move on because we got about half an hour left. Okay. We got some milestones to mention here. Russell Westbrook hit the 25,000 point mark last week as the 25th player to do that as the Clippers beat the Pistons last week. He had 9 rebounds and joined teammate James Harden on the list of players who scored 25,000 points after Harden did in December. So congratulations on that. 20,000 points. That's not easy to do. 25,000 points. We'll figure that out. All right. Moving on. Oh, the Miami Heat forward Haywood Smith was involved in a car accident on Tuesday and missed Wednesday's game against the Spurs. Has also a team. He's okay though. He's not seriously injured. The Heat said in this statement that they did not provide any details of the accident, only saying that their hearts go out to those who were injured and there'd be no further comments made. The Sun Sentinel reported that Highsmith was not injured in the accident. Highsmith was officially listed as out due to personal reasons and is averaging 5.7 points per game and 2-point rebounds in 37 games. Well. Okay. The Warriors won consecutive games without Joel Embiid for the first time since November. Embiid, who was the defending MVP, missed his fourth straight game and will miss at least a month after undergoing knee surgery. Oh boy. Andrew Wiggins was the high man with 21 points on that, and he has now missed 4 games in a row, and he's going to be out now for I think the next 3 weeks or so. So he is not going to be eligible to repeat his title for MVP of the year because rules indicate that you must play at least 65 games a season in order for that to happen. So he is out. Now, a lot of people are complaining about that, saying that you need so many games just to make that consideration to be considered for MVP. But it's not his fault that he's not going to play. I mean, he was injured for crying out loud. But the old saying goes, rules are rules. Do you think it's a fair rule that he's going to be listed out for MVP because of his injuries, or is the NBA right about that call? Anybody can. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll buy that. Anyone else? Okay, I'll move on. All right. Well, Nick Saban is sort of coming out of retirement. No, he's not returning to coaching, but he is getting back in the business of college football. The former coach for Alabama has announced that he'll be an analyst for ESPN College Game Day. That's the pregame show before the games begin. Saban will most likely serve as an analyst on the pregame and will lend his expertise all across ESPN, including such events as the draft and SEC media days. Saban is the only coach to win 7 national titles, 6 with Alabama in his 17 seasons. Saban has been on college game day numerous times with Reese Davis, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, and Pat McAfee, who has his own show. In 17 seasons, Saban has won 201 games, tied with Vince Dooley of Georgia for second, most wins by a coach at SEC school. Only Paul the Bear Bryant has more with 232 wins and 25 seasons at Alabama. Under Saban, Alabama's won 9 SEC conference titles. So he's getting back into the game, even though he's not going to coach. But then again, at 72 years old, it's I think it's almost right for him to move on with that. Is that right? He stepped down. He stepped down after losing to Michigan. Now he lost to Michigan in the Rose Bowl, and he said, "Yeah, doing good." Yes, it is. Just don't make me feel old, okay? 1972. I was only a toddler then. Yeah, who actually had a blunder of his own during a telecast this year. Says I think he dropped an F bomb, if not mistaken, right? Yeah, So hopefully it won't come down to that again. I mean, yeah, we all make mistakes, people, but when you do something like that on live TV and with no 7 second delay, we got a problem. Right, right. But yes. All right. All right. More Giants news here. The Giants have struck a deal with former Titans defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. That, according to multiple reports on Monday, Bowen spent the last 3 seasons as the Titans defensive coordinator. Brown came into the league in 2016 as a defensive assistant with the Houston Texans. After 2 seasons in Houston, he made a jump as a Titans defensive coordinator as a linebacker coach before being promoted to defensive coordinator before the start of 2021. Bowen left the Titans after the organization fired head coach Mike Vrabel after a second straight losing season. Despite that, the Titans finished in the middle of the pack with both yards per game and points allowed. The Titans replaced Vrabel with Brian Callahan. Bowen replaces Dominic Martindale as defensive coordinator, who left last month after 2 seasons. He was cursed out by Giants head coach Ryan Dabble on his way to the door, on his way out the door, after Dabble dismissed several assistants, including linebackers coach Drew Wilkins and defensive assistant Kevin Wilkins, who I believe are brothers, offensive line coach Bobby Johnson, and special team coordinator Thomas McGahee. The Giants finished 6-11 in his second year as head coach and missed the postseason for the sixth time in 7 years. Yeah, no wonder you fired him. That's true. Yeah. All right, moving on. The Reds signed two-time All-Infielder Josh Harrison to a minor league deal. The deal announced on Monday by his agent MSN includes an invite to spring training. He has Harrison is a 270 hitter, has played on 6 different teams in 1,208 games. He batted 204 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs last season in 40 games for the Phillies. Harrison has made the NL All-Star team twice with the Pirates in 2014 and 2017, and has played for the Pirates, Tigers, Nationals, A's, White Sox, and Phillies. Did I leave out anybody? No. Wow. Quite a list, though. What else here? Yeah, because I got some idiots of the week, too, I want to mention. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. And get this. The with the Super Bowl being played tomorrow, the NFL revealed details on a game being played at a new stage. The NFL's debut in South America will arrive on opening weekend when the Eagles will play a team we name later on September 6th, which is a Friday night. That's right, we're going to Friday night pro football, not an exhibition game either. We are extremely excited about the growth of a global basis, as that Commissioner Roger Goodell at his State of the Union address ahead of the Super Bowl tomorrow. We are convinced that it can be a global sport in the future. The league has yet to play an international game during an opening week, but as the league expands from a 4-team international slate of games to 8, the time slots of the games will diversify as well. We believe that this is giving us an ability to access more fans around the world. The NFL will still have an opening game on Thursday and continue through Sunday and Monday of next week. So the NFL is really becoming, a global aspect, as we can plainly see. I think there's going to be more going on as, I think that in the next several years. When you make of it, because and the Jaguars, have a big following in London anyway, and there's been rumors about that, trying to get them over there. I don't think we're going to see that, but I think we're going to see more international games as the year goes on. Okay, idiot number one. Ready for this, guys? The father of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was arrested last Saturday in Tower, Texas, on suspicion of DUI, according to online jail records. Okay, Mahomes Sr. was facing a charge of driving while intoxicated, third or more with his bond set at $10,000. He was released from the Smith County Jail on Friday. The charge is a third-degree felony which does carry a 10-year prison sentence if convicted to state law. His arrest comes within a week of 58 where the Chiefs will play the Niners. Mahomes pleaded guilty to previous DUI in 2018 and was sentenced to 40 days in jail and served his sentence on weekends. Not very pleasing to hear that, is it, Gerald? Gerald? Okay, what are your thoughts on Mahomes Sr. getting arrested? Thank you. That's idiot number one. He got arrested, DUI. Third, third, yeah, exactly. He was a yeah, what an idiot. In fact, I think another idiot too. Hmm. Yeah, what a dope. On a better note, though, Diane, I got something for you. Your boy Jack has returned after 11-game absence. Um, so they lost to Calgary Flames on Thursday night. He had 4 shots in goal with 20 minutes of ice time. Hughes has not played since he suffered a body injury last month against the Chicago Blackhawks. Hughes, who had missed all of last week's All-Star festivities, which has been his third straight, has 15 goals and 30 assists on the season, despite only playing in 32 games. Drafted first in 2019, he has 102 goals and 150 assists. So I guess it's nice to have your boy back. Mikey, your thoughts? That too, and about Jack Hughes back with the Devils. Yeah, but the thing is, though, they're now fifth place in the wild card spot, so they got to get together. Oh, that reminds me. I was looking through the standings a few days ago, the NHL standings, and something I found quite interesting. How many of you actually believe, though, in deja vu? First of all, you do. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this, guys, so just bear with me on this. So, if we look at the standings here, we'll go as follows. And in the Oops, back up a minute. Okay. In the Metropolitan Division, the Rangers have now won 33 games, and now the Metropolitan Division. Now, if we go over to the Pacific Division, the Canucks are in the lead with 34 wins. The Rangers and Canucks 30 years ago met in the finals. Both, of course, were first place that season. So, could we see a rematch of the 1994 Stanley Cup Final? Is it possible, guys? Do we see deja vu here? Hmm. Yeah, I think I smell a rematch here. Yeah, I know we still have some time left in the season, but when I saw the standings, I'm like, oh, this is interesting here. So it's I think very possible. We'll have to wait and see as the season goes on. I think after the trade deadline, though, we'll have more of an answer because trades can either make a team or break a team, if I do say so myself. Yes. Yeah, so I'll be keeping my eye on that as well. Right. Hey, you know what? Yeah, or San Antonio. Well, I'll put it to you this way: it's impossible for the Pistons to make the playoffs. It's impossible. Oh, never mind. Okay, some of you get that, some of you don't. That's because you know me, die. Okay. I'll explain it another time, guys. And by the way, I know we didn't do any of the NFL team schedules, but we're so backed up with other stuff. We'll get to that in the weeks to come. So just to get you a heads up on that. Right now, we'll go to this week in sports history. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we got it going right. Thank goodness. All right. So away we go. I won't go back too far because that's a little bit too far for me. Um, hmm. Here's something interesting. 1924, Bucky Harris at 27 becomes the youngest baseball manager for the Washington Senators, now known as the Texas Rangers. 1961, the AFL's LA Chargers moved to San Diego. I think it's a different one. Yes, yes, he was. Yeah, 1968, 1968. Yeah, okay, 1968. American two-time world champion Peggy Fleming comfortably wins Olympic gold in figure skating at the Winter Games. 1969, Louisiana State University's Pistol Pete Maravich scores 66 points despite his team losing to Tulane. Wow. Interesting. 1971, you Yankee fans might know this. Bill White becomes the first African American baseball announcer for the New York Yankees. I remember that very well. Say it again. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Okay, go ahead. Tell us. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Okay. 1989, Celtic Casey Jones and Cavalier Lane Wilkins elected to the NBA Hall of Fame. Good choices. Uh, 1991, at the 41st NBA All Star game, the East with the West 116 to 114. Barkley is the MVP. Why? I have no idea. 1992, Mike Tyson convicted of raping Denise Desiree Washington, Indiana. Enough said on that one. 1992, speed skater Bonnie Blair wins first gold medal for USA. I remember that very well. At the 2020 at the 2002, yeah, Lakers East the West beat the East 135-120. Kobe Bryant MVP. 2006 Winter Olympic Games play in Turin. Lucio Favorati makes his last ever performance. Oh wow! All right. Hmm. And that's all the. Oh yeah, and 2019. Okay, who remembers this? The eight, the 18 league, the American Alliance of American League Football gets underway. Orlando beat Atlanta 40-6 in a league that did not even finish its season in 2019. Oh boy, what a joke that was! What a joke, please. All right, guys. So being that Wednesday is Valentine's Day, I thought I'd take the last few minutes and figure, if anybody wants to send any Valentine's Day wishes, regardless if you're a sports fan or not. So I'm gonna I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Diane, of course. Thank you. Kayla, was that your Kayla? Right? Anyone else? Yes, of course. What else? Yes. Happy Valentine's. Thank you. And of course, happy Valentine's Day to, oh, she knows that course. Okay. Very funny, guys. Very funny. Oh boy. But I want to wish my yes, Yes. My turn. Yeah. Wednesday. Monday. Yes. Yes, I will wish my girlfriend Diane, of course, a happy Valentine's Day, and to all the women out there, and may you find love. All right. If you don't have love, you'll find it. Okay, just a few more items here. Big upset in the world of swimming as Canadian tour Summer McClintosh, yes, her name was Summer, of Canada, defeated Kayla Ledecky in the 800-meter relay yesterday. She has not lost that event since 2010. Competing in the South Central Championships in Orlando, McClintosh recorded a time of 8 minutes, 11 seconds, and 39, almost 6 seconds ahead of Ledecky, who said McClintosh was her idol growing up. According to CBC, McClintosh is the second fastest swimmer ever in the 800, and her time would have been good enough for the 2020 Olympics. Ledecky is defending a third time champion and still holds 16 of the fastest times in the event, according to a world record time of 8:04.79, set back in December. She has also won 6 of the last 6 world championships. And Ledecky is looking to become the first woman to win 4 consecutive medals in swimming this summer. Good luck. Second idiot of the week, women's basketball South Carolina freshman guard forward Shayna Ja is suspended for detrimental conduct to the team. Thank you very much. The program announced her suspension 40 minutes before game time on Thursday night as Carolina faced Missouri. She's appeared in 16 games this season, averaging just a mere 3 points and 2 rebounds, averaging just 9 minutes per game. So, way to go, stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Don't try that at home, kids. Yeah. Right. You know, as a player. And I had something else here too, if I'm not mistaken. And Steve Belichick will stay on as defensive coordinator for Washington State. He has been will become the next defensive coordinator at Washington State after spending 5 years as the play caller for the New England Patriots. Okay, USFL news. I'm going to hate this. The new UFL league released its schedule back on Tuesday, the March 30th match between the XFL and USFL champions, and will conclude with the championship game on June 16th. All UFL teams will practice at a central location near Dallas, but will play of their will play 5 games in their home stadiums as part of a 10-game league schedule. The league formed last year after a merger between the USFL and XFL begins on March 30th between the Birmingham Stallions of the Birmingham team of the USFL and XFL champion Arlington. Other matchups for the following week are St. Louis at Michigan, DC at San Antonio, and Memphis at Houston. The UFL will host 2 conference championship games on June 8th and 9th, followed by the title game on June 16th. All games will be televised by the ESPN and Fox family of networks. Oh boy. And in the coming weeks, we'll decide how long could this league possibly last. All right, guys. So that's going to be about ready to wrap it up. I got to make way for Rasol for his program, which is a very fine program. I'll join him a little bit later. I want to thank everybody coming in. Got a good crowd again for this pre-Super Bowl show. Enjoy the game. Next week we're going to wrap it up with all the details of who won, who lost. We'll also do Super Bowl commercials. Oh boy, that'll be fun. And we'll also take a look at the NBA All-Star Game. Preview of that rather. And we'll even Daytona, and we'll talk some baseball as we'll take a look at in each division of who you think is going to do well this year, since spring training is only about 8 or 9 days away. So on that note, I wish you all a very safe and wonderful week. Enjoy the game tomorrow. The next same time, same station. Good night, everybody. You too.